5600, 800-960-5600. That's 800-960-5600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life. Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
944 is the morning. I'm Dick Hilton.
And I'm Vicki Moore. Coming up.
City of Torrance under a cyber attack that says personal data was not compromised.
This Frank Moteg investors come back to Wall Street in a buying mood. Your money's $9.50.
Randy Cardoon, Cody Bellinger scratched from the lineup today as the Dodgers get ready to play Cincinnati in spring ball. Sports in 10 minutes.
President, head of the World Health Organization, and others talking about coronavirus. New updates today. We'll have more coming up.
Those stories are coming up in the next 15 minutes. But first at 9:45, track and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5. Brought to you by Amtrak with Jennifer York.
Got a new crash 10 eastbound at San Gabriel. They're running a break, like as I speak, I believe, to try to clear this. So I don't see a lot of delays. That's good news. All right, 10 west. We got delays here. 10 westbound. It's a rig at the base of Kellogg Hill in the right lane. They've issued a signal for it. So it's starting a little bit to back up to northbound 71. So if you're on that 71 coming up from the 60, you're like, wait, where all this? That's what it is. It's at the end of that transition road. Westbound 10, base of Kellogg Hill. There we got the right lane blocked with a rig that is stalled out. Westbound side of the 60 at Ramona. Thank you for all the tip calls. Sounds like we've got quite a few rigs involved in this crash as well. Third lane, let's try it again. Number 3 lane, which would be the third lane from the left, is blocked with this accident. You got to back up there for about, I would say, a good mile or so on that westbound side of the 60. Further ahead, there was an earlier crash on the westbound side of the 60. This is right around Nogales, and I think they've cleared it now, but you've got to back up there to the 57. All right, so that takes care of the westbound. So talk about downtown. Northbound side of the 110 to the north 101. That transition road is closed. Yeah, you heard me right. North 110 to the north 101 until 1 o'clock. And the westbound 10, I got a tip call from a man saying the over and off ramp is blocked, and I think that's what's adding to this heavy drive. Thank you for that tip call. Don't know why it's blocked. I believe Caltrans is working out there with a backup to Western. Also, Sweeper train, North 5 at Glendale. It's heading up just north 2 in the left lane. You got a backup there from the East LA interchange on that northbound 5. Take the north 101 if you can. Why worry about driving when you can sit back as you sit and enjoy a beautiful trip along the coast? Look for Pacific Surfliner, take you to famous wineries, laid-back surf towns, bustling cities, and events at the Honda Center or Angel Stadium. Check out trip options and special offers at PacificSurfliner.com. Our next report is at 9:55. More traffic reports more often. I'm Jennifer York in the Toyota at Glendora 24-hour traffic center. KNX 1070 News Radio.
We are waking up to mostly dry conditions.
Employees. The city officials say whoever was behind the attack did not get a hold of any personal information about any members of the public. They also say all safety-related city services are able to communicate as they need to, and libraries and most other public buildings will operate as usual today. But they do say there are still some problems with some city business services.
A man dead after an argument between 2 drivers in Hollywood last night. LA police officer Rosario Cervantes telling KNX the gunfire began just around 9:30 near the Hollywood and Highland complex.
There was 2 suspects who were involved in a verbal dispute. 2 of the suspects were struck by gunfire. One was transported to a local hospital where he died from his injuries. The other suspect was self-transported in stable condition.
2 bystanders grazed by gunfire and are in stable condition. Police say it's not known if it was a gang-related shooting.
Police in Santa Ana say they had to shoot a man inside a Catholic church being used as an early voting center. It happened at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Church on Center Street after officers responded to a call about a fight at a nearby park. A parishioner told them that a guy with a gun was inside, and the Santa Ana police chief said the shooting happened when an officer found him. The suspect ran out of the church, collapsed, and was later pronounced dead.
For this to happen here, it's traumatic for everyone involved, including the officers and everyone that witnessed this. This is a safe place to come and worship. This is an isolated incident. It was, again, not intended to be a mass casualty incident.
They say a gun was found at the scene and no one else was hurt.
A former student at the Montebello High School has been arrested for allegedly threatening a mass shooting at the campus. Classes are being held as usual today since things seem to be safe, although there are some police on hand for extra security and to ease people's minds. The 18-year-old suspect found and arrested only hours after the threat was posted on Friday. As it turns out, he was expelled from the school 2 years ago for making a similar threat.
950 at KNX.
Let's update your money once again. Here's Frank Mosey.
Yeah, we've got bargain hunters swamping the markets today after last week's sell-off. The Dow right now up 757 points, and we're back above 26,000 at 26,171. Still a ways to go to recover last week's washout, but looks like we're making a dent here. Looks like we're on track for the best one-day gain for the stock market in about 2 years. The Nasdaq right now 229 points, and the S&P 579. Among the stocks in rally mode today, Apple on the rebound, up 7%. Tesla shares also moving higher, up about 7%. And looks like Costco having a good day, up 9% here at the moment. Oil also moving higher now, more than $2, more than 5% pop for oil, back to 47 and change after hitting a new low for the year. Gold also on the rebound after pulling back from a recent 7-year high. Gold is up $35, back to $16.02 an ounce. And in the bond market, we've seen more wild moves, with the yield of the 10-year note kissing a record low overnight, right now at 1.08%, impacting fixed-rate mortgage rates out there. We check among the 20 and 50 each hour. The next update is 10.
Melanie Lieberman says having a daily routine is less stressful.
There's not a routine in place like you might have for going to work. These really familiar routines or chores, the stakes are a lot lower.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
So the Navy's overhauling its approach to education, saying the nation no longer has a massive economic and technological edge over adversaries. The Education for Sea Power Strategy 2020 is the Navy's first unified comprehensive education strategy. Navy wants to create a naval community college to provide associate degrees to young sailors and Marines at no cost.
So let's talk about this big Netflix comedy fest that's coming to Los Angeles. Netflix is a joke fest. They made the big announcement today. It's going to include more than 100 performances from just some titans of comedy at over 20 venues all around Los Angeles. So the list of comedians includes Dave Chappelle, Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, David Letterman, Amy Schumer, so many more. The fest is going to end with a big tribute to George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, and Robin Williams. Netflix is a joke fest. It's going to run from April 27th to May 3rd. Pre-sale tickets go on sale tomorrow and to the general public on Friday. Coming up, we are going to check your drive. Thornton Signal working in Pomona, West 10 before Via Verde. And downtown, the North 110 connected to the North 101, closed for that Caltrans working 5 miles of slowing. More in a minute, 9:54.
A doctor is skipping today's game after a gigantic golf swing. Here is Randy Cardoon.
Mike Trout of the Angels wasn't the only guy with a big golf swing at an Arizona golf driving range recently. Videos of Cody Bellinger are on social media, looking pretty much like Trout, both blasting golf balls into orbit. Today he was scratched. That'd be Bellinger from the Dodgers lineup against Cincinnati with what they're